Hey guys, thought I would do another quick screencast showing you your new local mini sites, going through them step by step, just to give you a basis for what to expect. I know it's a big change and it can seem overwhelming, so hopefully this helps people get adjusted and accustomed and using these new cool local sites. So to get started, here we are on EmployerRegistry.ca. I'm just going to jump into a local site right here. We'll look at Toronto and GTA as an unlogged in user. So I've just come to this site like any other user would, any student or parent, teacher, anybody who doesn't actually have the ability to edit pages on EmployerRegistry.ca. So you can see a number of new elements on the page here. It's pretty much one big new element. So let's start across the top right here. We have your site logo, which doubles as a home link back to the home page of your local site. Over here we got partner logos that link to other pages as requested. Next, going down the line, we have our tabs. Again, home and news and events are displayed right here. And a site searcher over here that searches through all the content on your local site. And works pretty well. Next, we have our content, a little welcome message, your logo again, and this snazzy map with your P2P area highlighted in orange. Along the bottom we have rotators for events and news. These change about every 15 seconds, sort of rotating through all the news and events that you have posted locally. Clicking on the headline of any of them will just dump you right into the story. On the far right there's an area for a feature. That's something that you can edit to link to any sort of news item, video, photo, program that you want to highlight on your site. So freeform there, you can use that for whatever your heart's desire. So this is as an unlogged in user. Let's take a second and log in here as a P2P. You'll see on the bottom here we've added this nifty quick link to the login form. Looks like a lock. Click on that. Takes me right to a place where I can log in as a P2P. Press login. Jump back to my local site. And here you can see that lots of scary looking stuff has popped right up on the page. So let's start from here. First thing you'll notice is there's a lot more tabs across the top here, whereas before there was just home and news and events. Now we have home, about, media with pictures and video, a resources tab, contact us, etc., etc. So why, when I was logged out, was there only 2 displayed? That's by design. That's so, even though it's possible to have all these sections on the site here, to start with, I thought let's only put the sections up visible to the public that actually have content on them. Let's give you guys a chance to actually go through the sections that I've laid out here one by one. Decide, A, do I actually want these sections on my local site? Maybe you don't, maybe you want some other pages. And B, of course, to give you some time to fill that stuff in with content before you make them live. So let's talk a little bit about how you do edit content on your local site. To start with, the most important thing you have access to is this little bar right here where it says mode, view, and edit. Everything you do relies on view and edit mode. View mode is what we're in right now. That pretty much shows you the site as it will be displayed to a user. Use that to make sure that everything is looking as you want it to look. Edit mode, on the other hand, clicking on that will send things off into what looks a little bit like chaos. You can see now that the page has expanded greatly. There's way more options available to us, and it can seem a little bit overwhelming because this isn't how you want your page to look, obviously. The best way to think about this sort of layout is in terms of little boxes. Each of these boxes here has the potential to have some content in it, has the potential to be a content box. So right now you can see that of all these potential content boxes, we're using left sidebar right here and right content pane. It's actually really easy for me to rearrange this stuff. Let's say I wanted to reverse the layout of this page, have this on the right and the map on the left. I can do that by just hovering over the little triangle here next to this main sidebar. Go down to move and move this one over to, for example, right sidebar. And I move the map over to left content pane. Jump back into view mode, see how that looks, and you can see that I reversed the whole layout of the page with just a couple of quick clicks. So I'm going to move that back, though it looks kind of cool. I think I liked it better the way I had it before. So again, hover over the triangle, bring the menu up, go to Move, stick this one in right content pane, stick the sidebar in left sidebar. Easy, right? To actually make edits to this stuff, all I need to do is click the little edit link available to me. Click on that edit link, takes me right to an editor. I make edits to the content, I make edits to the formatting, bold and italic, whatever I want to do. Once I'm done, I got to remember to hit update to make sure those changes are saved. I'm not going to save those ones. Done. Any place with content on your site you can edit to include anything you want to include. See how it looks, play around, make things happen. Now, let's talk a little bit about these tabs that were invisible when we were not logged in. Let's go to our About page. This is a page I saw as a place where you could include all sorts of things. You can use it as to describe your organization. You can talk about experiential learning in your area. You can answer FAQ questions. You can include some fast facts. The sky's the limit here, really, in terms of what you want to display. When you do decide that you're done with your page, you want it to be visible to all users coming to your site, what you need to do is, first of all, go up to your control panel, make sure it's showing, click here to enable it. Move your mouse over to the settings icon right here. And you're really going to want to focus right here in this permissions area. What you need to do is change the settings so that view page is ticked off for all users and unauthenticated users. That will ensure that people coming to your site who don't have accounts can see this page. So I make sure those two are checked. I hit copy permissions down here to make sure that all the content on the page is alive and ready to go. You might have to do it a couple times to make sure the settings stick. There we go. Press update to commit those changes. And I've just launched my About page to the world. I'll show you in a second that an unlogged in user can see that. Now, maybe you also decide as you talk about your local site amongst your office that some of these page names that I've set up you might not actually want to stick to. Maybe, for example, you don't want to have a resources section. You want to have a section called useful links. So I can change that no problem. I navigate to the current resources section, click on settings. The settings come up. I have page name and page title. I change them both to useful links. I'm going to make this page visible as well. So again, I click so that view page is set for all users and unauthenticated users. And copy that until it sticks. Hit update. And now I have a section called useful links. I could go through and I could edit this as well so that it says useful links, but for purposes of the video we won't go that far. So I made a couple of changes now. I've made About a live page and I've made useful links a new section where it used to be called resources. So let's actually log out of our account here. Jump back into the local site. And there you go. You can see that where before I just had home and news and events. Now I have my About page and I have my useful links page. Pretty straightforward, but pretty cool as well. You can actually start to see all the potential you have here in terms of customization. You guys can really make these pages your own. The sky's the limit. Have fun and let me know if you have any questions.